I did it again. I bet I've done that my whole life. So sorry. I'm trying to do better, but I keep not doing it better. Anyhow, I could stop and start again, but I think we will just go for it. I'm already 5 minutes late. I'm so sorry that I am on here late today. And we are doing today, I am going to do, oh, you're going to love this. This is today's tiles. When you look at this, you're going to think, oh, yeah, what am I going to do with that? I think I can let that one pass. Oh, you are in for a treat today. The one thing I need to look up. Hey, Mary, it's nice to see you. I'm rooting for you today, okay? I will do that drawing here in just a minute, and thank you for sharing. There's a word on here. It's Namaste, and I should have Googled it really quick before I came on. Do you know what that means? I am assuming it means thank you or something, because it looks like most of the things on here are thank yous or peace. I guess it could be that. One of the sayings is everything will be okay. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that I bought this set to begin with. I really liked that. Oh, okay. Bye, Marty. It looks like you're having to leave. I'll have to find you guys. I can't see your comments, and Facebook usually doesn't scroll them on my screen, and they are. Now, that I like. That's a nice new thing that they've done. All right. So, anyway, so if you know what Namaste, Namaste, I don't know I don't know even what language it is. All right, so that is one of the, so maybe it's another hello, because there's a hello on here. Okay, anyway, let's go on. You are going to love these cards. They are fun and so easy to make. Okay, so easy to make. Let me do the drawing. This is from last week's video share. So thank you so much for sharing my videos. I really need you to do that, and I appreciate it so much when you do that. And just keep sharing them, and everybody who shares gets entered into my little basket. I look at all of the comments. You do have to comment shared, because otherwise I cannot see that unless you're a friend of me. I cannot see that you shared, and even some of my friends, I can't see it. They'll say, I did share, and I thought, well, I didn't see that. You have to write shared, or I can't know, because we have, how many of us have gone into Facebook settings to reduce whatever clutter they kept putting on our news feed, and or blocking something that was like, I've never gone to that, and my husband hasn't, because I've asked, and why is that on here? So with all the blockings and the whatnots that we do over the years, whether we have done it or Facebook's just done it, your comments don't always get seen. So anyway. All right, enough of that, enough chit chat. What's going on? This is October already. Happy October. And I love this month. This is one of my favorite months. I'm a Christian, so a lot of us, I suppose are pretty, can take it or leave it or just hate Halloween, right? But I've always loved Halloween. In our family, we loved Halloween, and it was celebrated because it was all fun. We had pumpkins, we got to eat candy, you got to dress up in a cute costume, you went around to your neighbors and said trick or treat. My mother would say, did you say thank you? And I'd say yes. Now, I don't even remember doing that, but my uncle and aunt have told me many times that's what I do, or did, and probably did until I was, I don't know, 10 or so. I think it was when I was 10, I told myself I couldn't trick-or-treat anymore because I was growing up. But, oh man, I was so glad when I finally had my own little kids that I could take trick-or-treating, because I loved to trick-or-treat. It was so much fun. Even if I didn't get any candy, it was fun. All right, so here we go. This is for sharing the video. Again, make sure you write down shared so that I know you shared. That is everybody if you want to go in here, because if you win the drawing, I send you a $5 coupon. So this is a $5 coupon you can buy any Stampin' Up! Product with. I do need you to save one. You have to collect two because I need one for shipping and handling. So at any rate, but I don't have a huge audience here on Facebook. I have some people on YouTube, I suppose, but Facebook, your odds are, I can't tell. YouTube people, I'm sorry, I can't know if you've shared unless you emailed me that you shared. I guess I could do that, see that, but you'd have to email me to know. All right, so here we go. We'll see who wins the drawing this week. Trudy, again. Trudy, I'm going to keep you out of the pot next week. I think this is like the third week in the row Trudy has won. So congratulations, Trudy. You are so lucky. So lucky. I wonder what you're saving up for, because I don't think you've ever redeemed your coupons yet, and so it'll be interesting to see what I owe you when you do. That is just so funny. All right, congratulations, Trudy. Mary, next time. Okay, Mary's on my team, so I'm kind of rooting for her. Hi, Aunt Connie. It's good to see you. How are you guys doing? I'm so sorry I missed that barbecue, man. That dinner sounded absolutely delicious. I don't know. Hopefully nobody gained any weight on it, right? And of course they didn't. All right, so these are the cards I'm gonna do. So I'm kind of sticking them out here for you because I have to stretch my arm across here and try to find my video, and it's always a little bit problematic to get that going. So let me see if I can find it. I think it's right here. Yes, it's just gonna take me a minute to get the sound off. And then, there we go. Now I can see who's on with me. All right, Marty had to leave. Oh, hi, Linda. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I so appreciate it. It's nice to be doing this. Yeah, I wish I could have come too. It would have been. And, you know, when I talked to Jeff, he was like, well, I would like to go too of our small group, you know, anyway. And, but he did say he would be willing to drive up there every week. I thought, yeah, it's easy to say. You would probably. He's not going to drive up there every week. But anyway, he had a really good time. So that was wonderful to know. All right, I'm going to turn it looks like my board under here has gotten upside down. So I'm going to move it around. Got that. So today's tiles, now this is a set that you want to use with your Stamparatus. So the first thing I am going to do is drag out the old Stamparatus. I don't use it every day. It's not because I don't love it. It's a great tool, but it's just easier for me to reach out and grab a block and stamp. So mainly, I think my Stamparatus doesn't get used because of these magnets. You want to make sure these magnets don't get anywhere near each other. That's why they're separated on this stand that's magnetic, because they are so heavy duty, they will clank and break. So I put some washi tape, or painter's tape, actually. I think that's what that frog tape is here on the back, on the ends. But I think that's one of the reasons I don't use it, except to monkey with magnets and whatnot. Now it comes with your Stamparatus comes with I think it comes with a foam pad. You need this foam pad. Let me find the one it comes with. You need this foam pad for using your photopolymer stamps with the Stamparatus. The clear ones are photopolymer, but they're thinner than our rubber stamps. And the rubber stamps, the cling stamps, you know, have this rubber foam and all that. And so you take the foam out when you're using your cling stamps, your rubber cling stamps. But when you're using photopolymer, you're going to have that. And I bought the pad, the photopolymer. Hi, Freddie. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're with us today. Thank you for sharing. If the bell rings and I have to go sign for a package, it's Freddie's fault. All right, just telling you, if that's what happens. I am running and getting it. You'll just have to wait. Hopefully it'll come later. So you can buy this foam pad that has the grid on it. Now I did buy that because you can wipe it down. It's plastic. You can stamp right on there, wipe it off. But I probably didn't need to buy it because I also had already bought the grid paper that fits in here. And I save it, you know. I mean, I pull one out and I use it. And then oftentimes it's not used very much. And I just save it and keep using it. So, yeah, that foam pad, that can last. And it's double-sided, so you can turn it over and use the other side. So I probably didn't need to do that, but I did it anyway because I was thinking I would use this more in classes than I actually have. I have not used it a lot. Plus, you can also get this magnetic sheet. And honestly, the magnetic sheet, let's just check this out. I think there's a pretty strong magnet built into the platform. So you really don't need that magnetic sheet. I have it because I think when the tool came out, I just wanted to make sure I had everything and didn't really need all of that stuff. But I keep it all together, and that's partly why I don't use that Stambaratus as much, as I have to haul it all out and then see what I'm going to use. All right, so the foam pad is good. Says it's out for delivery. Uh-oh, yep. yep. It'll be nice to have something a little bit maybe nicer here. All right, let's see. What am I doing? Oh, yes. Back to our stamps. So I'm going to do this one. I think I'm going to do this one first. Today I am using some retired stuff just because I'm trying to get it out of my closet. You can use any colors that you want to, but I'm using Groovy. No, this is I don't think this is Groovy Guava. I think this is oh, what was that one called? Maybe it is Groovy Guava. I don't know. I kind of forget. Anyway, I kind of I was sorry when they got rid of it. It's one of my favorite ones. Groovy Guava, or what else? Oh, Grapefruit Grove. That's what this one is. Groovy Guava is very close, a little darker. This one is Grapefruit Grove, and I love it. So we are going to just start with that. And here in October right now, there's that DSP sale. I am, like I said, I've got my retired stuff out. So this is our pretty peacock foils that we had last year, and I am using it up. Today I'm going to use more of it, and but that's unavailable. But if it was available, hey, maybe it would be on sale. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Because it's the big sale today. All right, when I make a card, I just use up my scraps, so I never know what size anything is. So this is 8 1/4. 8 1/4, that's odd, isn't it? By 6. Let me do this again. I don't trust myself. It is 8 1/4. Huh, that's interesting. 8 1/4 by 6. My stamp, or my cutting board, has lost the score tool on it so often. I just finally took it out and put it in a little thing on my desk because it's like, oh man, I am just tired of that thing getting lost on the floor all the time. So 8 1/4 by 6. Okay, so if it's 8 1/4, then it must be, fold that down, 4 1/8. It would be our halfway point. So I'll need to get my little score tool out. But see, now I can just stick it there. It's not, every time I went like this, it flipped and flew away. All right, so there's our base card. I'm going to lay my Groovy Guava down here, or what did I say it was? Grapefruit Grove. I'm going to lay that down there. That's probably, it might be coming back. I'm not sure exactly whether I'm going to be using it more or not. All right, and now we need just a little bit of this. That's big. You mean the card is big? I always do big cards anymore. I like to put a lot of stuff on it. It's because, the reason it's big, it's because of today's tiles. You can just use part of the tiles, you know, and all, but I thought, yeah, you know, the tiles fit my rectangle die, and I didn't want to mess with the die, so I thought we'll just do a bigger card, bigger. The problem with your leftover foil is sometimes, you know, when it's been knocking around in your closet, it does get dinged up. So it's another reason why it's just good to get it used up. So did I put my, grab this again. So since it was 8 1/4 across, 4 7/8 across, we're gonna go 3 7/8. Okay, 3 7/8, and it was 6 inches long, so we will do 5 3/4 there. And now that should leave us a nice edge all the way around. Okay, so that's going to be our base. I love that foil. Wasn't it pretty? Did you guys use it all up? Or some of you maybe didn't get the pretty peacock, but I really liked it. And I got a bunch of it, and then I ended up not using it a lot in the pretty peacock class that I did because frankly, I was afraid Stampin' Up! Wouldn't have enough of it to get it to me in time for my class. So I designed my class without this paper. But I ordered a bunch because I liked it so much, and then got done with my classes, and then it, you know, I had foil for at the same time we had all that foil for Christmas gleaming with all the Christmas stuff, and I used that, and I don't know, I just got distracted and kind of tired maybe of the foils in general, and didn't end up using this stuff like I would normally do. Oh, let's get some more light on there. That's probably kind of dark. All right, hopefully that's better and not glaring too much. All right, now let's get to the stamping part. This is what you want to see. All right, and then also I used the tag is cute, super cute. I'm using our Warm Hug stamp set for this tag. But I wanted a Halloween one, so I grabbed out, this is a 2002 Stampin' Up! Little candy corn. Isn't it cute? So that's what we're using, and I've already done that and cut it out. But everything else, the little we're going to do some, we're going to use these little candy canes on this card. Okay, and the little Christmas tree, too. It's really cute. This is a cute set. Cute, cute, cute. But I think today I just noticed, oh you guys, I should show this to you. This tag in the wrapped in Christmas one, it has a little something for you. I love that. And it has the little insignias you can put up at the top and the bottom. This is the thing I liked about it that I hadn't noticed until today or last night. It has this surround yourself in the love, and then of the season is on the bottom. Hi, Debbie Jenkins. Oh, it's neat to see you. And Kathy Crow, our other Kathy Crow. Yay. I'm so glad that you guys, so glad you decided to join us today. Thank you so much. And if you share it, make sure you write shared so you can get entered in next week's drawing. All right, so I made these for a little Bible study group I'm doing. And I took, when I stamped it, I took my little Simply Chamois, and then just wiped out the of the season on the bottom. And then today I did it again with my pen to just correct whatever got knocked off. Because with this one you can see it's a little funky because I had to write of Christ in here. Surround yourself in the love of Christ is what I put on this label. But you could say anything. Surround yourself in the love of grandma, you know, or anything. I liked it because you could put all kinds of things. It was perfect for doing a cute little journal for a Bible study group. All right, so that I'm really excited about that, but that's just sort of an aside because we're not using that today. So let me grab out the this Whisper White. Oh boy, I sure hope I can keep all my papers straight. They're all kind of piled up all over the place. Let me put this project over here. Let me get rid of my basket. So how is everything going in Illinois? Debbie, from North Carolina, it's nice to have you guys here. That's wonderful. North Carolina. Oh boy, these are parts of the country that my husband and I have not visited. We pretty much stayed on the West Coast. And we're looking forward to having an opportunity to visit some of the East Coast before too awfully long. We're going to really appreciate that. That's going to be a real treat. All right, so for the tiles, like I said, you're going to need your Stamparatus. Where did I put you? There you are. And what I like to do when I'm stamping on here, this is why I like the grid paper. It doesn't stamp, I don't care what you do. For me anyway, I haven't found that the Stamparatus stamps very well by the hinges, but I love the hinges because you can move it. And I have done that, and it makes life really nice to be able to do this. However, it doesn't stamp well next to those hinges. So the theory is that you block it into the corner, and then you'll always be able to shove it back in there, and it'll stamp exactly where you want it. Yeah, but if I'm stamping over in this section, that's perfectly fine. But if you're stamping up here, it's not so fine. Now today, I'm going to be cutting out the tiles, so we'll just shove it in there, and it's going to be fine. But one thing that I like to do when I need to stamp on something here in the center, and I have a tinier piece of paper, is I just mark my grid points where my paper is, you know, and then I can keep it stationary, and that's why I use that generally. All right, we'll take off our magnets carefully so I don't clang them all together. Oh, hi, Pam. Nice to see you watching from North Carolina, too. That is so cool. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing the video. If you do share, make sure you write down shared so that I know you did. And then I can enter you into my drawing, and then you can have a chance to win your $5 card every week if you want to. Trudy's won it for the last... Trudy, have you won it for the last 3 weeks in a row now? Has it been 3? I don't know. It's been a bunch. All right, so I am going to go ahead and stick this right in the corner and in the corner. And I might have wanted one over here. You can put a piece of tape over there if you want, because we're going to end up going up and down quite a bit, I suspect. Now, I am going to use the tiles has a solid background, and then it has this, so it has another layer that goes right on top that is going to stamp in all the voids. So you're going to come away with a two color you know, product if you want. Now you could, of course, I've seen, boy, have you looked on Pinterest? Some beautiful today's tiles product, you know, projects out there where people have painstakingly colored blocks. Like, I am not doing that. You don't have to. If you want to, you can, but just the 2 colors is going to work really well. And then I've got this, let's look here at our dies that go along with this. No, those are the stamps. I mean oh, here they are. This is probably gonna need that too, but here's the field tile dies. Okay, so they're really cool. We're gonna use one of the labels. I haven't used this. This has a nice dot all around. That's gonna be interesting. I've used that one. That one's cool, but I'm going to drag out my, mini medallion. This is an old one. I'm sorry if you missed it because it had these border pieces that I use a bunch. They are so cool, but this is the background on one of the stamps that we're gonna do, is this big giant one. So you might want to look, if you never did get that one, you might want to look on eBay or find another demonstrator that's got it. All right, so we're gonna stamp over here. So I'm gonna just stick this. Let's go in this direction. Okay, we'll put it right there. Oops, I don't think I have my pad under there. I do have this thinner pad, but I'm gonna grab out, where did I put all my stuff? That's pretty, you might want my fatter one. This one's slightly, I think that one's slightly fatter. I'm not sure, let me feel that. Oh no, that's gonna be way too high. Don't want that. Okay, so this is gonna be fine. I don't know, I'm thinking that one just, I don't know, it feels a little bit fatter. I don't know if it really is or not. It just feels like it is. And did you notice how my paper lifted? So I'm gonna have to put my magnets there whether I wanted to or not. All right, so good, that's gonna work out better. Let me move this like this. You do wanna support this when you ink it up. And I'm gonna start with, boy, where's my Pretty Peacock? We're going to start with Pretty Peacock. All right. Are you guys ready for a little bit of Babylon Bee? I heard today that EPA officials, now remember, Babylon Bee is not for real. We put a lot of Babylon Bee on our page. I say our page because my husband and I share a page, but he didn't really share it, you know, because he wanted to. He just shared it because I took it over. He says I took his page over, and I kind of did with stamp stuff. And then because this Kathy Crow's Cards is just a, you know, an offshoot of his Jeff Crow page. So, but we have Babylon Bee on there, and there are some people that were thinking Babylon Bee wasn't fake, so it was pretty funny to see their comments. All right, so I'm going to put this down and push it pretty good. Let's see how good it came up. Actually, that's a pretty good impression. I don't think I need to do it anymore. Let me push down just a oh, I bet it moved. It did. It moved. I forgot to check to make sure it didn't, so I'm going to have to do that one again. Look at that. I'm just going to flip it over here, and we'll do it again. This time I'm going to be more careful because that worked out pretty good, actually. Anyway, so EPA, you know what the EPA is, don't you? The Environmental Protection Service. Okay, EPA official says nation is running dangerously low on something, and I'll bet you if you're a Babylon Bee person, you probably already saw what it was. This is an old one, but it was really appropriate in like July this year. Really super appropriate. So, do you know what we are running very low on here in the nation? Look at that. Oh, love that. Now, when you see the second color on this, oh my goodness, you're gonna really love it. Let me grab my Simply Chamois out. I'm waiting to see if anybody knows what it was. That our nation was running dangerously low, and I'm thinking, I didn't put a date on this, but I'm thinking it was probably, this Babylon Bee story was probably in July or maybe August, but I don't think so. I think it was July. All right, so let's just go ahead and do, no, I'm doing this one. What did I say this was? It is not Groovy Guava, like I kept thinking it was. It is Grapefruit Grove. Again, retired color. So sorry, but that's what we're doing. Now I'm peeling off this big one, and because I wanted this to be like coins. That's a good one, Pam. Coins. It is not coins, but that is a very good guess. You are so smart. Because we were. But remember, this is Babylon Bee, so it's not real. It's not going to be something real. Although it might sound pretty, you know, pretty typical of what you might expect this time of the decade, maybe I'll say, rather than season. This clear one now, you're going to just lay it down right where you want it. You want to make sure all the little things that you see, let me put this down so you can see what I'm seeing a little bit better, I hope. Hopefully my light's bright enough for you. All these little, I've already stamped it, which is handy because it's all got like a pinkish hue on it. So the parts that I need to actually stamp are colored in my pinky hue. So I can see exactly where I want all of these little doodads, and I do want them to be exact in the right spot. Now, how come you're not, maybe I have you upside down. Ah, I had you upside down. That's matching up better now. I was wondering, why aren't you matching up? It's because you were upside down. All right, let's see. Coins is my only guess so far. Thank you for playing along with me, but I'm going to have to go ahead and just give you the answer, it sounds like. I've kind of waited for the answer. But the answer is we were running dangerously low on chill. And the guy said, not sure what happened. Most people have an adequate amount of chill. But suddenly, like out of the blue, nothing. No chill. And that's right. There hasn't been any from any of us. And I don't have any either. And we could all cite all of our reasons for that. Okay, now I did jam that up in there. So even though that moved, and you know, that's the problem with the photopolymer stamps. They just do that. You'd have to put a lot magnets up here too. I should get extra magnets. But now that I've shoved it back in there, I think we're good. So we'll go ahead I'm going to put you back up so you can kind of see what's going on, hopefully. Let me see what you see. Yep, that looks good. And then I'm going to ink this side up. And, oh man, I might have to lower you again so you can just get the full effect of this. Now, my pad, I kind of messed it up. Let's just make sure I don't make a big mess going there. All right, here we go. Is it lined up? Because since it moved a bit, I'm a little cautious, but it looks like it's pretty close. It might be off just a tiny, tiny bit. Oh, look at that. So cute. It is off a tiny bit, but because it's what it is, it's going to be fine, and I am going to live with it. So now that that's done, I'm going to clean off my stamp pad right there. Peel you off. Put you back in here. Does anybody know what this is? Namaste. Namaste. I don't know how to say it, so if you know how to spell phonetically, you can spell it for me so that I can be pronouncing it correctly. I am going to Google it. I meant to before I did this and totally forgot that was on here and didn't do it, so I have no idea. I don't know. I do not know. My ignorance is showing. All right. Now let's see, I need my, oh yeah, that's right. I need my stitched rectangles. Where are you? Stitched, they are called, is it called stitched rectangles or rectangle stitched? Ah, rectangle stitched is what they're actually called. And I think there's one that fits very, very closely, if not perfectly. No, it's not fitting perfectly, but it's close. So this one is very close. I'm going to have to do a little double cutting to get that to go. So we'll set that aside here. We'll set this aside here. I'm going to put you up just a bit more, just to make sure. Oops, I heard a clang. Heard a weird clang sound. All right, we'll grab this out. Oops, I lost my paper. Make sure I have a fairly flat plate on there. Let's see, where are my other plates? Now we do have, no, that one's not a cutting one. I'm glad they wrote on there, this is not a cutting surface, because otherwise I'd probably be cutting on it. I guess I have to get out a new one. I'd like you to be able to actually see what I'm doing. So we'll grab out one of the new ones, and I'll use a relatively flat one here on the bottom. We'll use this one on the top. Okay. It is, let's move that there and that there. All right, now the problem is, here's the problem. I'm going to have to do it here. Cutting on the side is okay. These rectangles are sometimes a little bit fussy. Let's bend you a tiny bit so you'll actually be where I want you to be. You're not going where I want you to go. All right, we're going to do a little surgery here to make sure I get this where I want it. Okay, maybe I'm going to have to break down and try my other plate. Maybe this one's flatter. I do have another one. You saw that I did. I do have another one. But now I can move this more into the center. I know Stampin' Up! Said when they put this out, try not to cut in the same, this is with the self-healing magnetic plate, which I could get out and show you, but I'm not going to right at the moment. You know, don't cut all, well, I always cut in the same place. That's one reason I'm not using the self-healing magnetic plate, because I don't want to ruin it. And of course I'm doing it in the center because it cuts the best in the center, I think. I mean, I've done some things on the side, and as long as there's only one die on here, it works just fine. But I don't know, how about you guys? I don't always like what I get on the, if I'm cutting on the side of something. All right, so now I'm going to have to do that. And I am going to try to get my grooves
to match the grooves of the, you can feel it. You know, you just wiggle your paper underneath until you can feel the little things catch in the grooves so that you have matching stitches on the other side. And I'm going to put this piece here so that my die doesn't dig too much into my plate on this side, because otherwise it does. It just digs right in. And it's nice to be able to use these plates a little longer than I'd be able to if I didn't do that. All right, so now we've got nice stitched all the way around. And it would have been nice if I could have just done that with one roll, but I did end up having to do it 2 times. I kind of thought I had done it only once, but I was wrong. Oh well. All right, we'll keep that plate out. And before I put this away, because I'm going to be needing to do it again, let's just stamp the other ones that I'm going to do. And we'll pile these up, and then the cards will go together pretty quick at the end. Okay, so now I'm going to just use that Stamparatus exclusively, and we will get those stamped and see what we see. Get my light in there. All right, where's my other Whisper White? I don't think this is big enough. No, it's not. I kind of ruined a whole sheet, didn't I? That was not smart. All right, I do have more, though. Let's just grab you out. All right, let's just do it this way. It's going to be trying to economize a little bit here. This way I won't ruin another whole sheet for just 2 more things, because I want to do my little tags too. All right, so we'll grab that big one, the colored one out. We'll just do the colors first, and then I'll do the overlay at the end. All right, now, I'm gonna have to be sure I'm putting this where I want it. We'll juxtapose how about we just stick this end here. We'll line it up on there. I better turn it this way because my end's not straight there. All right, we'll put that there. Put a magnet here, put one here. We're gonna hope it's small enough that it'll work. I do have some washi tape. Maybe I should use it. Just to help a little bit. Okay, we'll just use a little bit of washi tape just to help that stay in place. And then we'll stick our stamp here in the very middle, sorta. All right, with taping it, I think we're good. I don't think I need to mark it up at all. And, all right, it did move. It moved. I hate that when it does that. It does better when it has ink on it. Now for this one, we're gonna use red, but still using Pretty Peacock. Cute. I wanted, fall colors, but something not quite as typical. I've done a lot of fall stuff so far, and I was kind of tired of just browns, reds, oranges, and cinnamon cider is pretty nice, though. Do really like it, cinnamon cider. All right, I'm pushing it down pretty good, hoping I don't have to ink it again. If you want it real dark, you do want to go ahead and ink it again, but that looked pretty good. I do want to do that other one, though. So let's just take out another piece of my grid paper. And we will do that other one as well. Line you up right there, put a magnet there, put one there, grab out that washi tape. We'll tape you down. Oh, probably not that little one. I wouldn't see it. Thank you, Pam. I hope you're able to stick around to the end. But if not, check back when we're done. I know this takes a while. And Not everybody has the luxury of being able to stay for the whole thing. All right. I can't. I'm not able to. I'm spending a ton of time just finding the end of my washi tape. There it is. There it is. I knew it would be here. I heard that Dr. Fauci also had something interesting to say that was about his findings on how to stay safe in the COVID time. And he maybe I did this one already. Tell me if I did. He suggested that we just wrap ourselves all up in bubble wrap. And I thought, well, there you go. When you die of suffocation because you wrapped yourself in bubble wrap, you won't care anymore whether you have COVID or not. All right, so that was a joke. It was a Babylon Bee. Okay, don't blame me for that one. I'm gonna have to move my magnet. I could just move. How about we just move the stamp, Kathy? Let's just do that. All right, there we go. Brilliant. All right, oh, look what I did. Now I'm gonna have to. You know what? I am gonna just leave it. It's gonna be in the same spot anyway. I'm doing it with not with this though. I forgot. I'm doing it with a different color. Oh my goodness. I can use my washi tape again though, just to save some time. Try that again. I should have dried that stamp off. I know that sort of thing happens. I should have known better. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm not closing it down on there all the way because I'm thinking it might be wet still. The color I want to use is, you know, I'm thinking it is pretty peacock, but I think I stamped it off a couple of times. So let me grab one of my couple layers of my old grid paper here. I'm going to just lay that down on there, and then I will find my ink pad. Where did you go? And we'll ink you up. I think this is the color I did. I don't know. I'm looking at it over here, and it's looking, I don't know, a little bit balmy bluish. But maybe if it's pool party, I stamped it a bunch. So I'm going to just see as we do this what color we get. So that's going to be solid. I'm testing it to see if this is the ink I used. I think it is, because I kind of wanted it to have sort of a distressed-ish, but I wanted it to match our pretty peacock. That's the color we want. So we'll just hang on to these. We'll do it again. This time, if it doesn't ink exactly right, I'm not going to want to put it down again. And that's why, now that I'm saying that, I remember why it was a little bit fuzzy, but I put the label over that fuzziness. So, all right, so this is your stamp off method, and I see there's a bunch of ink all around. Technically, it shouldn't get on your paper, but, you know, it can. So I'm going to wipe that down, and I better get a towel, too. After having that water wipe onto my card, or drip onto my card, I'm a little concerned about that. All right, so now let's do this one. Let's do it this. I want to make sure I'm not inking up my card. All right, so that's one. And now we should get a pretty good impression, but I do want to push well. Voila. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's take you magnets out. Shove that back down. Make sure it's where I want it. Doesn't really matter because I am going to do a different color, different stamp, and all of that. But just to be on the safe side, let me get rid of my pretty peacock. All right. Now we're going to get that lighter one out. Oh, it's so pretty. Love this set. You could just do, you know, if you have 2 of your favorite colors. Every color you have, whether it's yellow or orange or red, you've got a favorite match to it, right? And so this set lets you just use all of those colors. You can do all kinds of things. And because these are going to be generally backgrounds, then you can use any of your images. Like you could do animals with this. You can use, in this case, I'm using tags mainly and little die cuts. But really, I'm thinking animals are going to look really cute. If we had our little, remember our little elephant? Oh, he would have gone really cute with this. I never did buy the little elephant, but all right, I'm hoping that that doesn't stick too much. Good, hopefully. And then for this one, I want to do crumb cake. So let's find crumb cake. I'm going to do that fairly dark. It's all messy. But if you're careful, it won't, get on there too much. All right, so that was perfect. Look at that. Now, if you had a class and you could afford to have more than one Stamparatus set up, then you could do, if you had 2. But you could just even use the plates that way if you wanted to. If you figured out, put your paper in the corner, you're going to stamp here. You have your plates. The second plate, you could keep this one on, and then you could just have people. Even if you have just the one Stamparatus and you're using that second plate, then they can just stamp with step 1 and step 2. All right, now we're going to get this one back out. Oops, wrong way. Oops, I got 2 layers here. It's okay, we'll just stick with the 2 layers, whatever. And put a magnet there. Put you there. And we'll lay you on here. Hopefully, right in the right spot. Mainly if you just get your corner ones in, it's going to be good. There we go. All right, so for this one, we want that vivid red. Ooh, this is a good Christmassy color. Christmas combination. So real red. Okay, going with the real red. And I want it nice and dark. So if I have to stamp it again, I should be good. Good to go. But that's pretty good, isn't it? I don't think I need it to be any darker than that. Beautiful. I love this one. It's just getting all, I'm never going to get all the red off of that. That's why it's got its nice pink hue. But I don't mind that. I keep seeing people, saying how you can get that clean and all. It's not going to get on your card as long as it's, cleaned and dry. It is not going to mess up your card at all. So I don't know why people freak out so much about things like that. It's like, well, I'm pretty, I don't know, anal about a whole lot of things. But my husband keeps saying, it's so funny because you're such a neat freak in so many ways. And I am, I don't let him, he is not allowed now that I'm not working anymore. When I was working, I was like, my standards had to drop significantly. And the children and the husband were told, I have to go to work now because we need more money. And you guys are all going to help out a lot more around the house. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. But I actually like doing it all myself because I'm such a freak about it. I like it done exactly the way I want it done. And so since now that I'm not working, it's like, voila, husband, you never have to empty or fill. I do not want you to fill the dishwasher ever again. And he has happily complied. He puts his dishes in the sink, and I happily go and put them away for him. And it works out beautifully. But he said to me, it's funny because you're such a neat freak in so many ways, but in the bathroom, you never leave the bath rug the same. I never know how I'm going to find it. It's so funny because I never thought about it, but I guess I'm just throwing it up on the tub, and it just, sometimes it's straight on the tub and sometimes it's all crooked, and I don't care, you know. It's just one of those things. It doesn't bug me. That doesn't bug me. But apparently it bugs him. It says my washcloth. I like my tag in the on the washcloth. When I hang my washcloth up, I want the tag against the wall. I don't know why. Because he's, you know, he is not at all a neat freak. At all. Believe me. And so I thought, really? You're fussy about that? That is just hilarious. Because I thought I was the freak about things. But he can be a freak about things too. So he is fine with telling me how I am needing to shape up a little bit, and I'm perfectly fine with telling him how he needs to shape up. Well, we get along great. It works out perfectly. Uh-oh, I just saw a cat going through our yard. I haven't seen one in a while. I'm so sad that I can't go out there and scare it away right now. Okay, I think I have my die out. Yes, there it is. All right, so we will get these cut out, and then we will assemble these cards and be done with that. So, anyhow, it is funny. I didn't even realize he doesn't mind tags usually. So I was like, what? The tag? Really? You're bothered? Because I have to remove his, when I take a shower, I have to remove his washcloth and wring it out thoroughly because I don't want it to be all wet and drippy drying in the bathroom, you know, for a very long time. I'm going to use my old plate here because it's slightly concave and it's less likely to cause that to shift around when I lay it on there. Okay, that one's off. Now we'll do the other side, fitting in those little stitched grooves if I can where I want them. That's too high. Let's try it a little lower. So I have to wring out his washcloth and I carefully hang it up, hoping I'm hanging it in the right place. I check to see if the tag is facing the back of the tub, telling myself as I'm doing it, he's nuts. He is nuts that he cares about that. It's totally ridiculous, but I'm doing it anyway because I love him, you know. He's a great guy, and he does that same sort of thing for me with stupid things like that. Like when a cat is going through our yard, if I say, "Oh, I just saw a cat," he jumps up and he goes out, and he loves cats, so he would like to not to scare the cat away. He would like to feed the cat, play with the cat, all that. Like, no, you do not feed a cat in our yard. I have a big garden out there, so I do not want to have a bunch of cat droppings out there. They always choose right around my rose garden. You know, right around the roses. All right. Go out there to smell. Right now we have our angel face and let's see, angel face and Munstead wood and Easy Does It, and for some reason our Mr. Lincolns this year haven't bloomed a lot. I think I have them in a bad spot or something. Normally they do. They would normally be. Anyway, those roses I just named, they smell delicious. If I go out there to sniff them, I do not want to be sniffing anything else other than the roses. Okay, I felt it. It didn't get where I wanted it. I need it to be in those grooves, but I don't want it to be too high. Come on, you guys. You can do this. I'm feeling like I'm feeling it, but I'm not feeling it. Do you feel it? I'm not feeling it. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm not feeling the love here. Okay, we're gonna just skip the love and we're going right for the straight line because I'm not feeling any love there. Okay, so we'll just see what we get. If my stitches aren't perfect, oh well, they're just not going to be on that card. That does happen. I think I'm even getting it slightly askew, but if you have enough of a little white border around it, probably will be fine. Woo! Stitches are good. I'm so happy about that. I love that. Uh-oh. Let's see. What else do I see out there? We've got a bunch of squirrels, and they are having a great time now in our crabapple tree. They ignore our crabapple tree until all of the neighbors' black walnuts are all either eaten or buried. And they have been burying those things all over the place. I've seen them running around, and I think that's why they're chattering so much. They chatter constantly out there at each other. Bark, 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 because I think they're watching each other to see where are you burying your nut. Because I'm going to go get your nut when you're done. Okay, so here's our card that we're working on. We just need some Grapefruit Grove on the back. See how that little piece just is almost a perfect fit for it? Voila. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I've got a bunch of little gems on it. Oh boy, that's what's making it so sparkly. And I did use some Wink of Stella on it. Because when I was done, I just thought, oh, it needs just a bit more sparkle than that. This one, I want it to be a little sparkly. So we'll cut off the end. There, cut off a little bit more here. I might want to use my other trimmer. Let's see if that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to put some dimensionals on that. I'm going to use this last little piece with the tag that's in the Field Dies tag, or dies that come with the today's tiles. Use that. Okay, I'm going to not drag it all over here again. I'm going to try to speed us along now. So let me just cut this on the side. If I can. Get it all lined up properly. All right, now I wonder if I need, oh, look at that. All those fell out nicely, didn't they? Ooh, sweet. All right, so that's going to go there. That's going to go there. I needed to get those little leaves. Look at those little leaves. Those are from our Gather Together set that's still available. It's not in our big catalog. I was so sad when I saw it was not in our big catalog. It scared me because I thought maybe we weren't going to, you know, have it. And then it came back in our holiday one. Aren't you glad that it did? I sure was. I love that one. That one, and I was so glad our Country Home didn't retire either, because that one's also one of my favorites. All right, we want to use a little Cajun Craze for this. So let's see if I've got. I thought I had some on the side. What did I do with you? Maybe I stuck you back into my stash on the side here. Cajun Craze. Okay, let's see. Let's use this piece. And Cajun Craze works really good with all of our Calypso Coral. Calypso Coral and terracotta tile, and the cinnamon cider, and all of the yellows. It just coordinates so well. Oh, even our pumpkin pie. It's a great one. Really like Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze has been easier for me to use than the that crushed curry. I really like crushed curry, but that crushed curry's been harder for me to incorporate. Okay, I'm kind of throwing it down just to get you out of there. The other ones I think were coming out more easily. Oh, I must have lost that one somewhere. Oh, you're right there on the board. Okay. So now we've got our little Cajun Craze. Let me put my dies back in here. So cute. Let's turn you over. You stay better when you're flat against that magnet. I think I wanted a little bit of shimmer. Just a tiny bit of shimmer on these. right? So I am going to grab out my little sponge. I could just use, if I wanted to, oops, what did I drop there? A whole bunch of little stamps. I could use my teeny tiny paintbrush and just kind of go over the ribs. But that's going to take forever. I don't want to do that. So I am going to just do this a little bit fast. I've got a gold and silver one here. So just a tiny little sponge. I've got tons of different sponges in here. There's all kinds. All kinds. We'll see if this one will work. Sometimes I have better luck with it than others. And I think it's the fact that I've got it going. I don't care if it goes down into the crevices, but I'd rather it didn't too much. And actually a big giant sponge would probably be faster and easier, but this is going to work. Get some of the excess off there. Oops. Uh-oh, that one's going to be bigger. Bigger coverage. So we're going to have to just go with it. Since that's what happened, we'll take off some of it. Okay, that one's just a little bit more silvery. That's okay. And let's take a little more of that off so that doesn't happen again. Because I just want a tiny bit on those, mainly on the ribs. And as I'm doing this, I could always use my finger and kind of rub off some of it if it got too much. Okay, so that's a very quick way to use that. This is that shimmer paint. I'm not sure what colors we have left in there, but I know we have at least two, I think. I think we probably got gold and silver or white or something. I don't know. That was actually white. Dries really fast, so I can use it. It's kind of coming off a little bit, but not too bad. All right, grab those dimensionals. There's the minis and the minis and the minis. I thought, oh, where's my? Thought I had some big ones out here. Rats. I might have to go grab a package of dimensionals really quick because I do need the big ones. That's not going to work for me. And I usually have a whole bunch right there at my desk, but now I'm going to have a nice big package. All right, so we'll put dimensionals on this. That stuck to my nail. Oh, now it's sticking to my thumb. This is what happens when you try to rush it. Stick those down good. All right. I'm going to move over here to take you off because these things, where do you find dimensional backings? I find them on the bottom of my foot, find them all over every floor in the house. They stick to you and then they go everywhere. All right, so we'll just stick that right there. Now this tag is just going to get glued onto this surface, and dimensionals on the back here. Double layer. I think a double layer. No, I can get by with one. I think will be fine. But I do need just a tiny bit of glue on this one side. Right there. Will be fine. And if it's a little low on this side, you can do a double, but I just want it to be level. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I'll have to wait to put on my leaves. I'm not exactly sure how that's all going to work with my tag. So let's grab that tag really fast. And here's our cute little acorn. Oh boy, these acorns are so cute. Look at those guys. Oh, I love those. I am so sorry those are not going to be around forever. Now I'm going to move him over into my container so I don't lose that. All right, so let's put away some of my dimensionals temporarily. And let's see. Oh, what's this? What's this? This is a note about somebody. I don't want to lose that note. And I don't want to lose my packaging here either. There we go. Okay. Now, we're done with this, because I don't even think I'm using any of these sentiments. Let's grab out my tags. So we want the warm hugs to you all season long, because this one is going to be a fall one. And you can see you've got all of the nice little wraps. And to tell you the truth, I am not terribly fond of these wraps. I do love these dies, but I'm not so fond of the wraps. I love these, so it's worth it just for these, isn't it? I want this one. It's going to cut out that inner circle, but I also am going to need a circle for the backing, but I'm going to use my other circle one for that. Okay, so we just need warm hugs, which is, I think, what this one is. Yep. And we will do that. That one we want to have slightly darker. I don't want to do it in Grapefruit Grove. So let me grab my Whisper White. Got a little scrap of it here. We're going to do this one in terracotta tile. Now we could use Calypso Coral would work really well too, but I think I want to do it with terracotta tile. Yep, that's the one I want. Okay, put that one away. Let's do all of the, I'm doing the same tag, so let's just do all of them in one shot here. We've got that one, and then we're going to do Pretty Peacock. And I think I'm going to do my warm hugs again. That one looks fuzzy. It's like if I'm got my screen, we have a projection TV. And that looks like with our projector TV if, I think I did it again. Okay, straight down, no wiggle, straight up. That's better. I don't know. I must be inking that one up more. Maybe there's a lot more ink in my terracotta tile one. I use that one a lot, so it's possible that just has a lot of ink in there, because I think that actually ended up being the best one. I'm not sure. But anyway, pretty funny. I do need some soft suede, I think, for this one. Doing crumb cake as the background for this one. Ooh, I just dropped a die. But crumb cake might not be dark enough. Perfect. All right, so we've got all of those stamped. And now I can, if I can find it, put my die away. What did I do with you? Are you on here? Yes, you are on there, right there. This little magnet, go back. And I've got the magnet out. It fell on the floor, but there it is. And I'm going to cut those all out. Well, not all of them. I'm just going to cut 3 of them out. All right, let's see. I think I can put my dies away. You know, my stitched rectangle that I'm looking at, I don't know. I think I used a different stamp. I might have used the... you know what, I bet you I did. And stitched all around our stitched labels dies. There's a straight stitch, a straight line cutting stitch. And I might have used that on this. That's what it's looking like I did on the card. Just that those stitches look slightly different. All right, so let me cut around here and then I can cut out each one of my little labels. Over here on the side. Maybe I should bring it over since I've got so many to do. I'll get one and I'll make a space, and we'll get those over here, so you can see what I'm doing. Got one. Now this cuts in good. I forgot it did this. This one's like majorly cutting into my my board, which is hilarious. I mean, it's cutting really well, but it's like super, super duper cutting in. And they don't usually do that. That's funny. All right, which one? Which one was the best one? I think this one. So we'll cut this one out. It's like, okay, I want you off of there, but it's not coming easy. Really funny. But I'm glad it's cutting well, but wow. Really cutting in there. And another reason I think I might not want to use my self-sealing magnetic plate with this particular die. I don't think the other ones in this set do this. Just, maybe it's because I'm rolling it through twice to go back and forth. I don't know. Possible, but I think it did it even when I didn't do that. All right, but isn't that a nice little donut? It cuts it out perfectly for you, and I love that. Now, I'm going to leave this here because I need that outer circle. So, oops, I just lost my paper. You've got little circles here. I do not think I'm going to use those little circles, but I'm still just kind of throwing them off to the side for now, because have you ever used, had a scrap of some kind and you thought, well, I'll never use that. And then later thought, oh, I could have used that. I think I would have liked that right here. Okay, I think I need my layering circles for this part. So there's layering squares, there's layering circles. So layering circles does have just plain old circles too. And I think that's the one I need. All right, so it does have those circles, which should be fine too, but I was thinking, the tiles are pretty fussy. And then there's the foil, and then there's the leaves and all of that. So we're gonna just stick with simpler. And we'll do, actually want terracotta tile on this, or Cajun Craze for this background. I think I colored the edge of my label, so it looks slightly colored. I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's gonna go there. And then I need a bigger one. I used a bigger stitched one for the other two cards. So let me put this one away. And then we're going to get out my stitched shapes. Where are you? I know I had you out. Did I put you away? I hope not. But I might have. Let me put some of my other things away. And then I'll be able to find what I am looking for. Oh, there you are. Stitched shapes. Okay. I've got stuff all over the place now. All right. So we want, which die do we need here? We need, I think this one. Yep, that's the one. Don't lose, you guys. And pretty peacock. I need just a little scrap of you. I don't really need a whole piece. Let's see. There we go. There's a scrap. We need 2 of these. Sometimes you can cut 2 things at the same, 2 layers, but just to make sure that your little stitching comes out nice and neat. I don't ever do that. It doesn't take long to run this through again. And I do have a cutting machine, and I am just going to tell you this and the other cutting machine we had, they both work tremendously better than my big electronic cutting machine. The other cutting machine is slow. It doesn't have beveled edges. It doesn't have neat and tidy edges at all. Even with a very crisp new blade in it, it's just not as good. All right, where did you go? Oh, there you are. All right, so we'll put you away. I don't want to lose you. And you can get going on assembly. All right, put that away, put that away, put that away. So here we go. My Grapefruit Grove. It was Grapefruit Grove. Where? There you are. Okay, we're putting this on here, but as you can see, I colored just a little bit of pretty peacock around the edges, just to, just to give it, I didn't want to cut, and that looks like Bermuda Bay. It is. We don't want Bermuda Bay. We want pretty peacock. What are you? There we go. So we'll do the light, because I'm not really sure. Make sure I got the bullet. And that way I'm gonna just tie this a little bit to that very strong color of pretty peacock on the card. Otherwise, I don't know, it just felt like when I looked at it without this edge on here, it just, I don't know, because it's probably because it's terracotta tile and just so much, I don't know, for some reason it just wasn't working. Now I could have done that maybe a little neater, but that's gonna be good enough. And if you wanted to do the center, wonderful, but we're gonna just do that. Oh, I did do the center and I really liked it better with the center. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll do the center. This is like where that folding the washcloth on the tub thing, that's more of something I would do, not my husband. So it's just really weird that he does that. It's like, what else do you do? Or what else am I doing that's really bugging you? When he starts to name those things, it's like, okay, you know what? There's so many things that I could tell you, Jeff, that you bug me. There's so many things, okay? I don't know that you need to tell me the 2 things I do. I can come up with at least 10 for every one that you give me. It's like, well, and I can come up with them too. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, we could do this forever. Do you know? My husband and I, we've been married this year. I think we're going to be married. I think it's going to be 38, 39. I don't think it's 40 years this year. Is it 40 years this year? Oh my goodness. I don't think it is. I think this is 39. I think this might be 39 years this year, and so, yes, I think we could each name, like, a lot of things about each other that really bug us. Thankfully, we just don't. We just go on our merry way, and it's like, you do what you want to do, that's fine. I will do what I want to do. Most of the time, we get along great. Uh-oh, I'm not sure why Safeway Pharmacy's calling us. Okay, so there we go. That's that. And then you want your cute little candy corn in there, because it's not Halloween if there's not candy corn. If you did my class, you would have got a little candy corn, but that was last month's. This month, my classes are Christmas classes, so you're not going to get candy corn. Sorry. You will get something else. I don't even think you'll get candy in my Christmas class. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some other kind of goodie. I don't know. Candy. Yeah. There's always so much candy around at the holidays. It's like, I don't think we need to add. We don't need to add to that. All right. Now, my acorn needs to go on something. So, we're going to use this. You can't even see it, I bet. This is our old gold thread. And, oh my goodness, is it thin. It's filament thin. Maybe even less than filament thin. I have a ton of this stuff still, and when I use it, I pull out 3 yards or more, because you need to wrap a bunch to even be able to see it. Now I need to keep a couple of ends loose here so I can tie on my little acorn, but we're going to take this, and I wrapped it around, and we're going to shove this onto the back of it. It's a messy look kind of thing. If you're one of those neat nicks, not just a neat nick, but a neat nick, then you would not want to use this stuff at all. Oh, let's use the last of these guys. Oh, I need to shove this on here, so we'll just lay one on there. We're going to shove you down and hope that you're decorative, and it is fairly good enough. And then I'm going to take one end, grab my little acorn. So cute. Oh, here's this end. Let's use you. You're long. We better double you up a little. Okay. The trouble is that, you know, the acorn is a little bit heavy. Oh, that's fell right out. So this end, because it's big and it's going to be heavy too, this is going to have to go in a pretty good size package. This is not going to be your standard envelope kind of thing. I don't really need to knot it, but I kind of do. So I'm a little afraid that that's gonna, the weight of that. Let's wrap you around here and secure you there. We'll secure that end in there. And then I'm gonna put another one there. And that should keep him in. Good, got it. All right, so now I've already got one on here, so I don't need more. And we want warm hugs on the top, kinda. Let's move you. I'm gonna put you there. All right, so cute. And now we can put in our little leaves. And you can see I did do the Wink of Stella. Where are you? There you are. Wink of Stella, you are like everywhere. I just did Wink of Stella all over the place. Do you have any in there? Or did I use you all up? I have more. I have more of you. I'm not sure if you can really see. It is on there. Oh, you can see my ink smeared a tiny bit. You do have to be careful with your Wink of Stella. It will pick up some of your inks if you go over it a bunch like that. I don't really care, but it did muddy up some of my white, like right there. And if I'm going to freak out about that, and I did want some on my candy corn, and I even put some there. If I was going to freak out about that, which I might, you never know what I might do, and it's just white, and you want it white back again, use your white gel pen, and you can kind of erase it to some degree. It's, you know, depends. You can never really get perfectly back to white again. And we will stick these guys on here. Oh, we are running out of time. Might not be able to do any more of those assemblies. We'll see, because they do go fast, but I don't know if it's going to go that fast. Cute card, though. I love this set. It's a great one. All right, right there. Sweet. Got one dimensional left. All right, so there's that one. And this one, okay, is just, I did it on crumb cake. We're going to do a crumb cake mini medallions die. Okay. So let me look here. Do I have crumb cake out? I think I do. Let's just work on the pretty peacock piece for now and cut that out. Okay, let's grab my dimensions, see what this is. So this one's 4 1/4. Fantastic. This is your standard. So we'll go 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. Okay. All right, and then we will need our crumb cakes. Got to be just about the same size, 4 1/4, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I think I might have one that's close to that. Pretty close. It's going to be a little short. Which one's bigger? They're exactly the same. I wonder if it's going to be big enough for my die. It's not quite. Oh, of course not. I'm looking at my scraps and thinking, why aren't you bigger? Let's grab another piece of crumb cake. And we cut that 5 1/2. And 4 1/4. And now my die will fit there perfectly. Okay, now this one, I do want you to see how easily this one rolls. Even though this one isn't for sale anymore at Stampin' Up, you could probably find it somewhere, and it is a really good one. And I think it might be good timing wise for you to see our regular platform that comes with this. This is the magnetic one. So do you see how it's self-healing? Okay, so that has aided a lot. It's magnetic, so your magnet dies stay down really well. You can use your old plates. This happens to be a new one, but you can use your old ones. And, uh-oh, that one's not the right thickness. I need another die or plate. That seems like it's going to be too high. We'll see. We will see. That feels too high. What am I doing wrong? Uh-oh, better look at my sandwich stuff here. Okay, 5. There's 1. No, I have a 2 in here somewhere. Where are you? There's 2. Okay. So we've got 1. We have number 2. We have number 5. And we have number 3. We'll see if that one works. Oh, that's the magic one. All right, so I'm going to roll that through 2 times just because it's a pretty big die. All right, did I show you this one already? I don't remember if I did. The self-healing. I don't think I have. All right, look at that. Now, I haven't even got my roller brush, but almost every single one of those just fell out. Wasn't that beautiful? I bet you love to see that. It's a pretty big die. And I am going to get out my little roller, but I don't think I'm going to even really need it. I don't think I will. Let's see. I'm going to peel this up. I am going to need it, but not a lot. That's staying on there pretty good. Now let's see how, let me grab one of my scrap papers here. See, look at that. Comes off really just as easily as off of, in fact, I'd say easier, because my plastic plates discolor a lot, you know, and this one is a tiny bit, but not much, and I haven't cleaned that one yet. All right, so we'll grab those out, and we will do a little bit of rolling here. Not much. There we go. That is done. Okay, now we can stick this on here. I'm going to just get some tape and I'm going to grab my scrap out again that I had here. All right, I'm going to just, oops. Am I using the old one? Oh, there we go. I just got to go the right way. All right. And that will stick right on there. Beautiful. And now just a little piece of pretty peacock. Where did you go? I thought I had a tiny bit of you from when I cut that other piece. What happened to you? Maybe not. Sitting on it? Maybe. Ah, bet you're all in here. Well, I'll just get another sheet. I didn't think I needed to, but well, I don't see you. Thought I had like pieces of you in here, but all I'm seeing are the other colors, so I guess not. I guess not. Okay. So we're gonna do all right, we just need a little square of you. And I didn't, it's not stitched, so I think I just cut it. And I'm sure it was just a leftover that I had here. All right, so we've got 3 1/2 and about 3 1/2. Oops, I lost my card, oh well. A little more than 3 1/2. Let's go 3 5/8 and 3 5/8. That looks a little large. Maybe I should have gone with 3 1/2. I should have. 3 1/2. Let's do a little more than 3 1/2, or a little less, I should say, than 3 1/2. Okay, that's better. All right, so we'll put that there on dimensionals. And we'll use up my last one. Oops, you're sticking to my thumb. Okay, dimensional packets. I had a whole bunch of you. Where did you go? Did I put you away? I guess I did. Where's the one I was working on? I know I had one here. There you are. All right. One there. One there. One there. One there. Thank you, Pam. I'm glad somebody's with me still. I wasn't sure. It's been awfully quiet out there. Glad I'm not all by myself. It's a beautiful day here, and I am going to definitely take a bike ride. I wonder what you guys are experiencing. It's going to be probably 80 degrees maybe here. It felt awfully warm on our porch. Really nice. Beautiful sun. They said some smoke was going to come up from California, and we did see a tiny, tiny bit, but not much. It was really, it looked pretty good out there. We had some really bad smoke for so long. Okay, so now that's that. Actually want this direction. So this is going to fit here, and I'm going to just, I think I put dimensionals down on that one too, but just on the one side. And then we're going to have to double it up on this end here. So we'll just do 2, and then I'll just put 2 on top of that so that it should be nice and even. I had to get my bike tires done because I went out for a bike ride 2 days, I guess it was Saturday. Yeah, that's 2 days ago. And my husband was gone at the time. I was out on my bike, just starting down, and realized, whoop, my whole tire, my front tire is totally flat. I mean, it's not, there's no pumping it up. It's flat, flat, flat. And now that's going to go there again on dimensionals, it feels like. So we'll go ahead and stick those just kind of on the bottom. Yeah, we'll do one more here in the middle. Oops. And as I was getting it off the bike, the tire off the bike, and had everything out, it's pretty easy for me to do. Mine's a cruiser, so it's not all that complicated. Which is why I have a cruiser, so that I can change the tire, because I'm not that smart. And anyway, my neighbor across the street said, "Hey, neighbor, do you want some help?" And, you know, he's a guy. He knows how to do these things. I thought, great, he can get it done in 15 minutes, whereas it'll take me 45. So, and, you know, so, yeah, if you're willing to do it, I can do it. But if you're willing to, thank you so much. So he came over, and every time we started to fill up my new tube, well, first of all, the tube we got out was way too big, of course. I had bought the wrong size. But I did have one left of the right size, we thought. And we checked it. It looked fine. He started trying to pump my pump. We have an electric air, pump thing, and it kept shutting off. Like, I'm literally every 1 second it shut off. It wouldn't even hardly start. And we were like, what is the deal? I said, I just used this a few days ago. I thought it was perfectly fine, and it would not. I do need some support here, so I'm gonna just start with one and not uncover it yet. Oops, let's go this direction. Not uncover it and see if one will do it. I think it will, so I'm gonna uncover it. Otherwise I would have needed 2 levels there. Okay, now just for that tiny little Christmas tree. So cute. So cute. And so he pumped it up, tried, it wouldn't, kept shutting off. And he said, well, I don't know what's wrong with your pump. Something's wrong with your pump. And I was thinking, I don't think it's my pump, but okay. I don't know anything. And he said, let me take it down to 7-Eleven. I'll just take it down and pump it up for you. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. You're so nice. Thank you, thank you. And he was gone for so long, I thought, oh no, what did he have to do? Because, of course, he's a really good neighbor. He wouldn't do anything else unless he had to. So I was thinking, oh no, what's he doing? What did it not pump up? What happened? Okay, this is a 2-step little tree. All of these are little 2-steps. You're going to love these. We're going to do the candy cane while I'm here also. So you've got your cute little outline of the Christmas tree, and you've got the little fill of the Christmas tree. So you don't need to have, to be doing a whole lot of coloring. You can just color with your one stamp. So we'll just do one with Memento Black. Okay. And then we will use, it looks like I used, I don't know if that's Mossy Meadow. That's looking a little dark. I think if it's going to be Mossy Meadow. So I'm not sure. I might do we'll try Mossy Meadow on my blotter, and then we'll see if that's the correct color. Yep, that's it. Okay, so Mossy Meadow. Isn't it cute? Little X's. It looks really cute. Okay, it's hard for me to see around my camera here. So if I get off a little bit, oh wow, that's as good as it can be when you're doing this. It can't be perfect. I can't get my head right over it. And then the little candy canes. So cute. Where are you? There's the outline of the candy canes. Okay, we'll do that with black. So finally, I got several roses pruned. I thought, well, I got to wait out here in the yard for him. I'm going to be doing something. I can't just, I sat and waited. I mean, I love to sit and look in my garden, but I can't do it when there's a job to be done, right? So I can sit for, I can't sit for very long. I can only do that when I feel like things have gotten done, and now I can sit and rest. And I was going to go out on my bike right now. Here's Real Red. Oh, this is going to be harder when I'm doing it. Now, if I did it with my Stamparatus, I'd be having better luck. That was pretty good. So finally he came back and he said, well, I had to take it down to Ace Hardware because for some reason it wouldn't pump up down there at 7-Eleven. And when I got to Ace Hardware, it wouldn't pump up there either. And they finally figured out that the tire was sealed on the inside. And they had to poke a hole through it, and then they finally got it pumped up. I looked at it, and I said, it's okay, because I'm thinking if they have to poke something through it, that doesn't sound very promising. I do not want this flattening on me as I am riding the bike. And he said, yeah, it's okay. Well, so we started to try to put it on. Where's my candy cane? There's the tree. Uh-oh. Candy canes, where are you? Did you fall out? Oh no, oh no, oh no. You know how these things are. They fall all over the place. Oh, there you are right there. I thought it was a bow. Whew, that scared me. Those little ones, they go everywhere. So anyhow, he said, yeah, it's fine. But when we tried to put it on the tire, it too was the wrong size. So I said, thank you very much. I guess I am not riding my bike today, but I appreciate so much what you did to help me, and just today is not my day to ride my bike. Well, in the meantime, Jeff had come home. So he said, or no, he didn't come home. I said, I have to go grocery shopping anyway today, so I am going to just go down and I will buy my tire. I'm thinking, this is so ridiculous, but he did say, you need new tires. Look at those, lady. You've run the rubber right off of those. So yeah, while you're down there, you're getting your tubes. You need to get new tires too. It cost me $80 to get tubes. I got enough to last a little while. Tubes and two new tires, and I was just thinking that's ridiculous that it's cost me $80 to get that. But my bike is back in business. When I got home, Jeff was home, so he could help me put that on, and we did. We got it all on. So my bike is back. It's got nice new tires now, but they were fatter too, and I wasn't really all that happy about that. All right, but I had to get that. That's all they had. That was, you know, every time you go down to buy like any kind of, you know, just all-purpose sort of thing right now, you never know if it's going to be there. It might be one of those items that for some reason the whole United States is trying to buy right at that moment, and you're out of luck. All right, so there's our little tree. Isn't that cute? Now I'm going to put that on some crumb cake, but I'm not going to do that right now. And then just to dress it up, you know, just take your little rhinestones, or I think I used some Pool Party ones, you know, from our old Pretty Peacock sets. I'm trying to find them down here in my stash of miscellaneous rhinestones. So I used some Pool Party and some clear and whatnot, and stuck those in the centers, and it looked really cute, don't you think? I liked that. And then I added one there, and I added a row of green, or no, those are the actually Pretty Peacock ones. I had just this many left. I thought, let's use them all up. So just because that row shows, so I did that, and it looked pretty cute. I liked it. All right, last one. We're going to do this one just quick. So we've got this done. Needs to be on a mat of Real Red. Okay, and I haven't cut any Real Red out yet. I wonder if I bet you I have some in my stash. No, I don't. So I'm going to have some after today. So let's just lay this on here and glue it, and then I am going to cut it. Okay. the red just shows up so nice in that, with that pretty peacock, doesn't it? Thank you, Pam. Appreciate it so much. Thank you again for sticking around here with me. I know that this is taking much longer. Normally I would have quit, but I really wanted you to get the whole effect of this tile. It's so pretty. Don't you love it? It's really nice. And if you have any of your, I don't know if I'm the only one out here with a whole lot of that, this pretty peacock left. But it's like, I'm not throwing that away. It's too beautiful. And I don't want it all going to Christmas. I can use a bunch of it at Christmas, and this is a good Christmas one. But I wanted to get some fall stuff going with it too. So anyhow, so we're going to just do a standard. This one I layered a couple of ways. And it looks like my base card, because I needed to be able to wrap that curly ribbon, and that is another thing that retired that I'm so sad about because I loved it. So this is 4 1/2. And I'm sure this is 5 1/2. Yes. All right, so 4 1/2, a little bit wider. I'm going to have to sacrifice here. Well, actually, I'll just use this as a cover for a white base card. So we'll go ahead and just cut this at 4 1/2. Okay, and then I'll cut this at 5 1/2. And then we're going to cut another piece just slightly smaller. Let's see. We had 4 1/2, and that's going to be too small, I think. Let's peek. Oh, it's a little on the small side. But I think I might be able to make it work. See how much we'll have. I want to be able to see enough of that pretty peacock. I don't know. I think I might want a bigger piece than that. So we'll hang on to that. But I'm going to cut a little bit bigger piece. So we had 4 1/2. It looks like this next one is 4 inches. Let me see how much that was. Is that 4 inches? It is. So I should be able to, it should be the same. It just looks, it doesn't look the same, but I think it is. So let's just stick with it then. 4 inches across. And then we want it to be down to the pretty much down to the bottom, but maybe not quite. So instead of 4 1/2, we'll go 4 and a little bit, about 3/8, okay? So, and then we need our, what did I say this was, 4 inches? Yes, okay, 4 inches. So this one will go, let's go this direction, and we'll go 3 3/4. Yeah, a little, maybe a tiny bit more, 3 3/4. Look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I'm gonna want to cut it like right about there. Perfect. Okay. I'll glue that on to this piece. I'm finding it so much easier to use this pretty peacock part than the green or the Night of Navy, or, you know, it's a navy blue background. The navy blue was good for my Christmas tree stuff, but I don't know, pretty peacock. I think I like it better, but it was harder for me to actually get that to, you know, to use it. So I'm taking this and wrapping it around 2 times around here. We're going to tie this at the bottom. 1, 2. Oh, I've got enough to go around 3 times. Easy. All right. And we'll tie that in. Could have tied it into a knot. Let's see what a bow looks like. I've got quite a bit of extra. So we'll just do it into a little bow. Although I might prefer the knot, actually. I love how it frays at the end. So cute. And then we've got our little tag that's going to, oops, that stuck because I've got like glue and other stuff all stuck to me. That's so funny. We'll put our little mini dimensionals on here. Another thing about this little donut one is that you can tie you know, your little twine around this. Oh, that looks cute. I've seen some people do that. These little tags are just adorable. I love these little tags. You can use, you know, you could, one class just do tags, right? I know I'm not a big tag person. That's why I'm doing cards with them, actually. But people who do tags, this is a real cute one for you. And then just one mini in the middle. It'll fit, I think. I think I got it to fit there. Get off of that. You can do it. So the long story is I did get out on my bike that day. It took what I thought was going to be like a, you know, half hour, 45-minute thing, ended up taking about 4 or 5 hours to accomplish, partly because I went grocery shopping as well. So we're going to stick this on with dimensionals, and I'm going to call it good. I did put a whole bunch of little rhinestones, pretty peacock ones, all over here. I might not be able to find all of, you know, a lot of pretty peacocks. You can color them. I know you can color your rhinestones, but personally, I have not liked my results so much when I've colored them. It's okay, but I prefer them to already be colored, and I might actually just break down and go buy them elsewhere if Pampered Chef, yeah, if Stampin' Up! Is not going to carry pretty peacock rhinestones, then some of us are going to find them. We just do. We find these things. And I would be happy to buy them from Stampin' Up! But if they're not selling them, just saying, I might have to go elsewhere. All right, right there. And just put a couple on there. Get off. And warm hugs. So cute. Wasn't that fun? So I hope I have made a huge mess on my desk. Huge mess. And oh, my battery's low, so I don't know how long I can go. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. My camera, for some reason, it's not going up very well, so I have to scrunch down here. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, make sure you write shared so I can enter you in next week's drawing. And I hope you have a great week. God bless everybody. Let's pray for us all. We all need those prayers, and there are some of us who have some health issues that really need it, right? So appreciate that for all of us. And I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Bye. I think my battery's